Hey there guys, it's Natural Nadine here, and today we're going to be talking about something that's literally so exciting to me, and that is exactly how to seal your hair cuticle. Your cuticle is the outermost layer of your hair, and it's arguably the most important, especially when you're heat training or when you're using heat on your hair for silk presses, such as what I do. It's important to protect your cuticles. That's the reason why you don't end up getting excessive heat damage into the strands of the hair, which could lead to breakage and excessive heat damage. The best way to protect the inner strands of your hair is by sealing your hair cuticle, and in today's video I'm gonna tell you how. So number one, how you can seal your hair cuticle is by using oils. Oils have been things that we have misused in the past. I'm guilty, I know you are too. Oils help to seal the hair cuticle because they form a coating on the layer of your hair, on the surface of your hair, and this also helps to protect your cuticles from friction between the hair strands, because if you didn't know, when your hair strands literally rub together, that friction can literally cause damage to your cuticles, as well as the fact that it can protect your hair from outside damage, environmental damage, etc, etc. Now, you don't have to go crazy with it, because I know what you're thinking. The minute I said use oils, I know we're trying to go crazy with it. All you need is like 5 to 10 drops of oil for the ends of your hair. You don't need to do too much with it, especially if you're not trying to get your hair greasy. So number two, use products containing small chain proteins. What does that mean? Right, I know we all know about products that contain keratin and keratin smooth and keratin this and keratin that, and I'm a huge fan of keratin myself. However, small chain protein products are completely underrated in my opinion. I'm just going to reel it back a second, explain to you what I mean by a small protein. Let's say a chain of keratin is like 10 centimeters long. This might be a little bit too long to penetrate into the hair shaft, where a product that contains small proteins such as silk protein might only be, let's say, 5 centimeters long. So these are proteins that are smaller than keratin, that also have the ability to be able to like penetrate the hair shaft, penetrate the hair strand. This also means that they can work better for your cuticles because they can't just work on the surface, they penetrate deeper and also help to strengthen your cuticles. So that's why I think it's also good to reach for smaller chain proteins, as well as like reinforcing that outer layer of your hair. You're also getting a bit of protein that's penetrating slightly deeper as well, which literally can't hurt. So my favorite products that contain small proteins is the Hydro LPP treatment. That's a Korean hair product, and it literally stands for low molecular polypeptide treatment. So I would start there and yeah, work your way up. And the other good thing about small chain proteins is if your hair is quite sensitive to keratin, or your hair doesn't like too much protein, you're not going to get protein overload with products like that, because like I said, proteins are smaller, they're not as harsh on your hair. The next way to seal your hair cuticle is to use low pH products. I feel like this in itself needs a video, but just to summarize, you want to maintain the pH of your hair between 3.5 and 5.5, and I know that sounds mega sciencey, but just so you have the context, when your hair is at its optimum pH, your cuticles are also in its optimum position, your cuticles are also sealed. That's where you want to keep it. When your hair starts to get too alkaline, your cuticles start to open up a lot wider. This can cause them to break off. This can cause damage to be able to enter within your hair, and is just leaving you overall more prone to dryness as well, which means all the products that you use within your hair routine, I'm literally on my knees begging, please, they need to be acidic. And when I say acidic, I just mean pH less than 7. 7 is even high. I always get questions about where do you find the pH of products, and to be honest, it's very hard to, unless it's written. Quite a few products do actually have the pH if you look a little bit hard for it. You can also try and Google it, because some of them will have it on their website. And if I may say something, you might notice that within my hair care routine, I use a lot of salon brands, or I would say like mid-range, high-end hair product. And a massive reason for that is because salon products are always pH optimized. You're not going to worry about salon brands knocking off the pH balance of your hair. So that's one of the reasons why I prefer to be better safe than sorry. And that's not to say that some of the, you know, kind of like more drugstore hair care brands aren't pH optimized. It's just that you 100% know with a salon brand what you're getting, if that makes sense. Products like Joico, products like Redken even has an acidic line. Salon brands typically are developed by experts who kind of like know the importance of optimizing the hair's pH. So yeah, I'm almost certain that all the products I use are pH 5.5 and under. That's a bold statement from myself, but I'm stick beside it. The next way to seal your hair is to use silicones. Now, I know a lot of people don't like using silicones, they're not natural and everything like that. But if you use silicones in the right way, i.e. use them in moderation and you wash them out properly, there's literally no harm in using silicones. They actually can really help to protect the hair as well, specifically if you are a heat training person. There is one thing your heat protectant needs to have, it's silicones. For me personally, I know there's like oil heat protectants and other types of heat protectants like au naturel. Just like natural deodorant, it doesn't work, okay? Give me the chemicals. I'm joking. Well, I'm not, but yeah. The only time I've ever had excessive heat damage was when I didn't use a heat protectant that contains silicones. Learn from my mistakes, guys. Just go for the silicones. The reason is because silicones are actually, obviously, they're like a form of like plastic to loosely, I'm loosely calling it plastic. It's technically a polymer. Because of that, they can withstand a lot higher temperature than what a lot of oils can. And I'm gonna be honest, guys, oils fry things. Like, why would I use that as a heat protectant? I don't want to hear it. Silicone heat protectants all the way. Make sure you're using them. They help to protect your hair cuticles. And the last thing, guys, is be gentle with your hair. Like, don't manipulate it too much. Specifically, like when you're brushing it, when you're combing it, you want to make sure that you're being gentle with your hair and not roughing it up, okay? Because that will literally break your hair. But yeah, guys, those are a few of my tips on how to make sure that you seal your hair cuticle, which is really important if you are heat trained or if you're a straight hair natural like myself. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video, guys. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.